Hey you guys, welcome back to Homesteading with SDK. I hope everyone is doing well. This is my July full tour of the homestead, you guys. As you can see, the garden is in full bloom. We got the rose bushes that have been blooming. They want another round of blooms. As you can see over there, my gladius came back. Over here, the trellis area is doing really well. I'm super happy about the trellis area. And to my left, I decided to plant some squash on the inside of the fenced in area. I did this several years ago and I'm glad I did it again. So let's take a walk down and see what's going on, what's growing on. I hope a lot is growing on in you guys' homestead or on you guys' homestead. So over here in the pepper patch, we have the sweet red, we have the Italian roaster, we have the macho nacho, which is a jalapeno, we have the giant Thai hot pepper, and those haven't begun to come in, but the Italian roasters came in really well, and I need to get out here and harvest some of them. The giant maconi, I don't know if you guys can see it, it is right there and it is super big. I need to harvest that. Okay, over here we had the cayenne pepper and I need to get those. As you can see, they are super big and long. And what I'm going to do with my peppers, because I think my peppers are starting to suffer a little bit from the heat, so I'm going to give them a dose of nitrogen to help them out, to keep them going. So there's some more jalapenos back there. And you guys, check this out. I had to use bird netting to protect this area. I did have the big shade cloth, but I decided to take the shade cloth out by the squash patch and use the bird netting to protect these over here from getting eaten up, because the rabbits have definitely taken over the homestead. The rabbits and the deers has been like really buck wild. So over in the trellis area, I was able to get that back area fenced up again, because one day I came out a couple of weeks back and it was Bambies all in here. I mean, they was just snapping off all the cucumber plants. Like right now, my cucumbers are so delayed. I had to sow probably 3 rounds of cucumbers in the blue bucket. So I'm gonna go in on that side, because even like right now, I'm still not seeing any cucumbers, and I know everybody is harvesting cucumbers right now. So the trellis area is looking really beautiful. There are grapes in there on the far back end, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to harvest a lot of grapes. Probably next year will be the big grape year. So over here, you guys, we have, I sowed throughout this row right here some sugar snap peas, a variety of the sugar snap peas, and these grow bags right here. This one right here is Gretel, um, the Gretel eggplant. So this is the Gretel eggplant, and I actually have 2 of those in here. But throughout this row with these grow bags is the sugar snap peas, which I did a variety of sugar snap peas. So I need to come out here and do some weeding on the cabbage right here. This is the cabbage patch. I have several cabbages that I can harvest over here. This is the area where I created the mounds, the no dig method, and use my weed fabric barrier to kind of like build it up. And I'm glad I did that. But you guys can see how the squash patch is literally going crazy. So I'm going to have to weed these back, get in here and harvest, because now, as you can see, the watermelon patch back here is starting to fill up. Also, I had a surprise tomato plant come in, and it is wilding out, and I'm gonna let it wild out. I don't have time to be pruning tomato plants right now and getting suckers off. I'm just gonna let it go ahead and wild out. Let it wild out with the watermelon. Now, I don't think my watermelon patch is gonna be as productive as it usually be. Within the last 3 to 4 years, I've had watermelon sprawling all out in this area, to the point where it was going underneath my wagon planter over here. And I did have peppers sown in the wagon planter, but I don't know if it was the heat. So what I'm gonna do is check my local gardening center and probably get some more transplant. But I had the sweet jalapeno, and then I did the Maxi Bell, I did the Mad Hater, and the Carolina Reaper. And the Reaper is supposed to be one of the hottest peppers. And I think the Big Bertha. So unfortunately, this did not get as productive as it usually be. This wagon is usually filled up with lots of jalapenos and other peppers, but it did not do well. So I'm gonna check my local garden center, because I think they still have pepper plants, and also Lowe's. I'm sure Lowe's still have some transplants. So I'm definitely gonna get some more transplants in there. Over here, I threw in some squash seeds along with the the watermelon seeds that are over here, with the abundance of kale, you guys. And what I'm going to do is actually prune back this kale, so hopefully it'll kind of thrive throughout the summer. So I want to catch this before it goes to seed. So I'm going to cut this whole kale plant is going to get cut all the way down, so it could keep producing and give it some strength. But this bush has just been thriving, and I've been procrastinating, but not so much procrastinating, you guys. I've just been super busy. So over here, oh man, I definitely got to get out here and harvest, you guys. They are out here. Wow. So I'm so glad that I did decide to put this area as another squash patch, because within the last 2 years my squash patch hasn't been productive, and this is one of my first areas of squash before I even did the keyhole area. So this is my first area. I remember this clear as day, my first harvest of squash on this side. And then over here I threw in some more squash plants, and they are coming in nicely over here. So see how nice they're coming in over here. And hopefully we get another downpour of rain. This is what that rain is doing. It's really helping out a lot. So yeah, I got to get these out, you guys. Got to get them out. I got to get some of this cabbages out, because the heat is definitely taking a toll, and the insects is definitely around. So I got to get these out before they don't be any good. And I don't have my chickens this year to feed them to the chickens. So as you can see, tomatoes is going crazy. I need to get out here with my trellising twine. Look at that. This is going wild, and it's already making the poles, the trellis pole, tip over. So I have to do some more trellising. I just actually did some trellising last week, but the rain has been so crazy that it's been good, but it's causing the garden to really get really wow. But you see all the tomatoes coming in. I can't even see my varieties anymore, but they all over the place. They looking really nice. Let me see if I can step over here without stepping on the crops. So I totally forgot what's in